asked about this, but highly efficient day for you today. 6 touches total, had the 2 touchdowns. What does a day like that do for you moving forward?
Just a confidence booster. You know, I look at it as a blessing and always ready for the next opportunity.
You know, the big takeaway from last week was the execution. The execution needed to be there. Gunnar was just talking about it. How did you guys feel that you hit on that today, the execution that was needed?
I feel like we did great. You know, last week we did not to well of a standard that we wanted to on 3rd down last week, and this week we went 8 for 12. Big improvement. You know, when Coach said those stats in the locker room, I was all smiling, but that's what's important. You know, the small things for the future of our team.
So much of this was about starting fast. That hasn't happened against Tennessee and Alabama. You guys were able to do that today. What stood out about that fast start?
Everybody's doing what they got to do. Nobody has to do something spectacular. You know, just play your role, and I feel like everybody's playing their role, and we clicked as a team on both sides of the ball.
Take me through the one-handed catch down the sideline. Everyone was oohing and on about it. Walk us through the play.
I seen this press, man, and the ball was in the air, and we had the mentality in the receiver room, my ball mentality. Coach Cody plays videos like that. When the ball is in the air, receivers make all types of catches, you know. So just making sure you look the ball in and staring at it. Because the longer you stare at it, the slower it come in. So it just makes you more confident when you want to go catch the ball.
There were 2 ooh-ah moments today. One was your catch. The other was the Gunnar ankle breaker on that second touchdown.
That was nice.
What stood out to you about that one?
Gunnar can move, man. Like it's like. I remember looking at his high school tape, and it's like, oh, this is Gunnar, just how he was moving in high school, you know. So it's always great to have that dual threat type of quarterback, you know, that can extend plays. And seeing that is like, woo, you know, it just had us all happy, you know. So yeah.
What do you think you guys learned from last week that you applied this week to help you guys out?
To double down on the small things, you know. I feel like a lot of stuff from last week came from like the smallest details, you know, and the staying locked in. I feel like we did a way better job of that. Started from practice and lift. Actually started from lift that Sunday, going into the whole week, you know. So yeah.
Dillon, I'm pretty sure you've been asked this, but I wasn't going to feel sorry about it. But the 2 touchdowns that you had, feels like this offense clicks a little more when they get you involved. Do you feel that way? And are you lobbying for more touches now?
I just feel like, I don't feel no way at all. I just want us to get a W at the end of the day, you know. As far as touches, the touches are going to present itself, you know. I didn't have as many as I wanted before, and guess what? We still winning the game. So just coming out with a W, that's the type of mentality that I have. As long as we get a W, I'm not really tripping on the small stats or whatever.
What kind of stress do you think it puts on the defense when you're able to run the ball like the way you are, when you have the running back and Gunnar, you add you as another element?
Just open up the doors for other guys, you know, open up opportunities for multiple plays that we could throw in or anything like that.
Can you just talk about Gunnar's performance today? Obviously the run game, but also through the air.
Gunnar was very elite, you know. He was making all the key throws. I feel like he was stepping up in the pocket and making those big boy throws, you know. We love to see that. And his legs, man, like, you just can't teach that. That's God-given talent right there, you know. He looked like a little running back out there, the little, you know. So, yeah, that was a very fulfilling moment for me to see, and I was all smiles, you know. So, yeah.
Thanks, Dillon. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dillon.
Thank you.